And welcome to the weekend. It's going to be a hot and humid weekend. No surprise there. It's August. We're in the dead of summer. Actually, the midpoint of summer comes up August 16th, so still about a week to 10 days away from that. But this is what we have to deal with. But that's the good news. After that, it's heading toward the fall and counting down 12 weeks to the next cool front, we hope, or maybe sooner. High pressure dominating our weather, really squelching shower and thunderstorm activity across the area today. This high moved from New Mexico earlier this week and exerted a little bit more force across the area. So even though we're seeing disturbances riding down to the south, there's not much for any storms to work with, and that's what we saw this afternoon. That's what we're going to see this weekend, although a little bit more in the way of moisture coming in from the Gulf of Mexico is going to slip in with southerly winds that are going to develop tomorrow. So that means higher humidity, more clouds in the afternoon, and with that, a few requisite isolated showers or thunder showers. As we go into next week, this high pressure retrogresses or moves back to the west, and that'll open up the door for deeper tropical moisture and better rain chances down the road. But all is quiet across the Bayou State tonight. Notice we're starting to see even a southerly wind tonight. So I've brought up our overnight lows just a bit into the mid-70s, but very light winds. Good news if you're doing some boating, whether you're going out into the bays or offshore for tomorrow. Very light winds, like glass in the bays, very smooth here. Maybe an isolated thunder shower near the coast, but overall great boating for tomorrow. Seas in the open Gulf of Mexico near 1 foot or less. On Sunday, it's going to be 1 to 2 feet out in the Gulf, so great weather. Get out, get some use out of that boat this weekend. Good looking weekend to do that. Now, as we take a look at the tropics, see what's going on across the region. Quiet in the Gulf, quiet most of the Caribbean. There is a little bit of a tropical wave by Hispaniola, but it is not doing much and is looking to fall apart. And then we have a couple of other tropical waves, one coming off the African coast, one in Africa that we'll be watching, and one mid-tropical Atlantic. And these are the notable tropical waves now over water. National Hurricane Center keeping an eye on this area, but we don't think it's going to develop. 10% right now over the next couple of days. Pretty hostile environment out ahead of it, so that is the good news. So here's the European model, and we'll go through the next 9-10 days, and we'll show you that kind of that tropical wave, that disturbance kind of falling apart as we head into early next week. Not a whole lot going on in the Gulf of Mexico. I like to see blue and yellow versus red here. That is good news. Red being that deep tropical moisture. Then as we get toward next weekend, we'll be watching a couple of areas perhaps that may get going down the line. So we got another week or two before things likely get busy in our part of the world. So as we look at the forecast near term, nice and quiet, the way we like it. Fair skies tomorrow morning. Few clouds in the afternoon. Again, an isolated shower or thunder shower possible. Rain chance 20% or less for tomorrow. And we do it all over again on Sunday. Maybe a few more showers out there across the area. But overall, a relatively quiet weekend ahead. So a fine finish to the week. 75 the low tonight, tomorrow. 93 the high. Your rain chance no higher than 20%. So another hot day. That heat index, by the way, up to near 100. But that's not too bad for August. We'll take it. And as we go down the road, we see rain chances getting a little bit higher as we go into next week. And then a pretty good chance of daytime showers and storms mid to late next week. Tentatively next week, and not looking too bad as well. That's it for weather. We're going to be right back right after this.